Hello everybody, Conatra here, back in Assetto Corsa, working through the career mode, and today we are going to tackle our first championship with the Lotus Lightweight Trofeo, which will take place in the Lotus 211 at a variety of tracks. Looks like there is 4 races in this one. We're going to be using the same settings as always, and hopefully this will be an interesting variety of races. I imagine it's going to be against the same opponents every time. All we can hope for is that it is a kind of average field instead of either a blowout or impossible. We will find out. And looks like we need to get 15 points. There is no rankings in this one. It's just you do it or you don't. So 15 points to pass. I would like to win because that's who I am. Alright, here we are, and it looks like it is actually a field of nothing but 211s, so it's going to be just a check of how good the AI are in general, so we'll see how competitive we are against them versus how competitive we are against different calibers of car. I think we'll probably be starting in the back because that's usually how it goes, and we'll just see how we do. It looks like it's going to be a 5-lap race. Not too much time spent. I have no idea. Is this going to be shifter, paddle shifter? Not a clue. Looks like it's going to be a regular gearbox. Nope. Okay, it is. Couldn't decide. Everybody's red but me. I feel like the oddball here. Ooh, I've not done much time with a normal gearbox in a while. As I was going to say, not driven this car ever. 0 minutes, 0 seconds in this car. Ouch, 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 ouch. It's interesting so far. That is for sure. Also not spent... Whoa! Well, this is not a good way to start at all. Probably should have done a few practice laps or something in it. Alright, well, now we're out by ourselves. Maybe I'll get a handle on this thing. Not a whole lot of power, and it's very understeery. That's what I'm noticing so far. I have to give it a ton of wheel. Now I am now balancing 2 racing series at once. If you haven't checked out, Let's Race with Cone is back, and I'm doing a iRacing series. So jumping between the two of them will be moderately confusing, but it's not terrible. I think it's just more this car than anything. It seems like it wants a lot of steering input, which is strange. I didn't expect that from a track car. Obviously that is all this is. Well then. We're not stacking up too well against the AI so far. There we go. Figure out its shift points. It's extremely throttle understeery. Like, you touch that gas pedal, it's gonna push out. And it has enough power to maybe spin them up, but not enough to push it into oversteer to correct for it, that's for sure. Look how much wheel. That's like crossing my arms over. That's crazy. It's a race car. It's a track car. I do not approve. Are we catching them at all? I can't even tell. Doesn't seem like it. It's usually under braking that I do all of my best work. Oh, there was a little mid-engined entry oversteer. Kind of what I expect from it. Definitely getting a better feel for it now. I don't know how much this aero damage and stuff is affecting it. I don't even know that it does, to be honest. Oof, off that curb. Well, we at least made up a little ground this lap. It's going to make for a very difficult next 4 races, or 3 races. I don't know what the point system is, but I assume it's probably just 1 point per position. So there's, what, 11 cars? So maybe 10 to 11 points for winning. So if we can just manage to squeak in a win somewhere, we could probably get 15 pretty easily. Like to make up some points here, though, make it easier on ourselves. This is like the perfect kind of track for this car, though. It's small, it has some straightaways, and kind of just medium. That was first. Medium difficulty turns, not really the weird off camber. Ooh, locked him up there. Door banging. I don't know if it just has doors or not. We're gonna bang something. That's what she said. Can't. Only lost a ton of time there, just passing one car. Now that I'm getting the hang of it, it's actually pretty fun to drive. Just get used to the steering input. It's very responsive. It's as go-karty as I kind of expected it to be. No weight. No aero drag. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, now we're getting it. As I go off track. Spoke too soon. Is this the last lap? I'm terrible about counting laps. Alright, I promise you, I'm going to go in and change this HUD and everything after this race. If it lets me. I don't know how it's going to do this. I don't know if there's a break in between. I imagine it has to go back to the loading screen every time. Probably one of the biggest drawbacks of this game is that stupid second window loading screen. Especially for recording, it's a pain in the butt. But we make do. Hoping this isn't the last lap. Feels like the fourth lap. Yeah, okay. Get one more lap. Let's try and get at least one more position. Dive into here. He left it open. But he got back to the gas sooner. Oh, a little defensive line there, eh? I will not be fooled. Okay. Let's not lose the nose, though. Man, I was hoping to keep up with old Shaw there. Didn't happen. I have the feeling of this car going down the backstretch here with these bumps. It's one thing not prevalent enough in sim racing games is bumps in racetracks. They always make them way smoother than they actually are, or they just don't represent going through the bumps well enough through the forced feedback. Oh! That was weird. My hand went over and smacked the shifter and it popped out of gear. Whoops. So what did I get up to? Ninth place. Not a great start, but I'd say it could have been worse, considering how we started. Alrighty, so we actually scored 0 goose egg points in that first race. It is only 1st through 8th that get points. So we got some work to do here at Monza. Track grip is pretty low, actually, 97%. We'll try and make the best of it, though. Let me just double check that Audacity has not changed my volume. It is not. And with that, I think we are ready to hit the track. Alrighty, and I think we again start not quite last. Maybe we start where we are in the points. That would be nice. We can work our way up. It certainly have been an advantage if we had done better in that first race. I think we need to try and use the slipstream a little bit with this car, especially at Monza. Let's see, where are they going to brake? Yeah, oh yeah, he locked the brakes up. Passed a bunch of them there. Hop that curb. Robotic damage. It's fine with me. I think we bumped up to 3rd place there. That's how you do it. Try and get up to these guys though, because we're going to need that slipstream. Although the slipstream in this game is very weak. And I don't mean that it's like poorly done, I just mean it's not very strong. A lot of games will almost over-dramatize it to try and increase the fun factor of the game. They certainly did not go for that effect. But I would say it's even weaker than is in iRacing, which is a little surprising, so it might be a little too weak. And it's not really the distance, it seems like the distance is fine. It's just not very strong. Now coming through here, this should be pretty ideal. We'll see how much we close in. Alright, to make it a liar out of me, I am pulling pretty well on him, especially since he has a stream too. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. They always get me with that early braking. Of course, I got him on that early braking, so suck it. Oh, wide, 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 wide. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Get going, get going. Freaking Teflon, please don't hit me. Ah, dang it. It was going so well. What did we fall to? Please don't be last. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so much. I really thought I had it saved, too. I was wrong. I was very wrong. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Alright, well, we have a point then. At least I think so. I have yet to actually see where the points are displayed. Whoa! Hi there. Oh, that's fine. Just turn right into me. As long as you don't damage my A-arms, I'm fine. Hit me all you like. I really like the gearbox in this car. Nice open gates. It's not fighting me. Engine's nice too. It's got a very nice fluid power band. Doesn't sneak up and surprise you. I hear a little whine to it. I don't know if it's supercharged or not. It certainly has that sound. We're making up some time though. See if we can at least get back up to 3rd, where we were. We're a little closer this time, and a good run. Come on, draft, work with me. Oh, he went to the inside. I was almost about to pop to the inside. Alright, let's stay off of the Teflon on the outside. There we go. Much better. Closing in, closing in. Is he gonna pop the inside? He knows I have to run. Nope, he didn't. No, I was on the brakes a little early. And somehow did not brake enough. I was riding the outside of this turn. Alright, what did we get back up to? 4th place, okay. Just one more spot and I'll be back to where I was. I think we can make that happen. It has a 6th gear, but I don't think it's worth using. Oh, this is late. Not really. This car has some amazing brakes. Ooh. Watched a little wide there, though. I really love an engine that winds out that high. There's just something more entertaining about an engine that, you know, revs out to 9 grand or so than one that has even more power but doesn't rev that high. Going back to real life, that's one thing I really noticed with with driving the Miata or the Mazda 2 versus my 240 is I really missed having that higher rev line, which even that isn't amazingly high. I mean, 76 is about as high as I ever let the 240 go. But when you're talking like in the 6s with the Miata or the 2, the early 6s, it's a little disheartening. Certainly makes you have to shift a lot more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch these leaders. I certainly feel much faster than them here. Oh god, that was that stuff again. I am really good for that lately. Well, now I'm certainly not going to catch them. That was, what, 4th into 3rd? It's a high revving motor, but it's not that high revving. Crap. And it's definitely feeling a little hurt. Might still have enough speed left in it. Didn't I say I was going to fix my HUD? I did. I lied. I'm a liar. I get so into it. It's one of the best parts of this game is that with the really good cockpit views that it has, I don't feel like I need a HUD. The standings down there, basically all I need. I have the Delta off screen so I can just see the number, and really all I'm doing is looking out of the corner of my eye to see if it's red or green. I don't really even care what time it is. So the minimalistic setup I have here is actually not that bad. Although I know some of the viewers are not a fan. Namely you, ducks. Oh man. Apparently 3rd is not my place to be. I do not want to finish 3rd. Subconsciously or something. But knowing what lap it is would be nice, so maybe I'll try and figure out that. There's some cool apps out there that have it all in like one big unit. However, due to my crappy monitor here on my little sim rig thing that cannot display 1080p, the 720p screen with those apps, they take up like a quarter of the screen. It's a little too much. And by a little, I mean a whole lot too much. Yeah, we killed the engine, let's kill the tranny too. Just do a whole drivetrain swap in between races. I think we're heading to the final lap. Feels that way. It didn't tell me the race is over. 7.9 seconds. How'd that happen? Brakes a little early. That was really good through there, though. See the Delta shot into the green. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite cars. As has mostly been the case, I tend to have more fun with the slower race cars than the faster street cars. Or even the slower street cars. Those have been the only cars I haven't... Oh man, same thing. Saved it this time though. The only thing I haven't enjoyed is the fast street cars, for the most part. Just saw there was a pretty good discussion on the Assetto Corsa subreddit about the Mercedes SLS AMG, how impossible it is to drive. A lot of good theories onto why that is. not for that missed shift, I think we really could have done something this race. Third place is a dramatic improvement from our last performance. I guess we'll find out how many points that pays. Messed up parabolic a little. Still a good lap. Let's see, how much did we close in there? Down to 6, so yeah, that was a good lap. Alright, third place. I'll figure out how many points that was, and we'll find out in the next race.